Maine Memorial Stadium in Park Ridge, Illinois, WMTH-TV is proud to bring you Blue Demon High School football. Tonight is game 1 of the 2018 IHSA football season here in Central Suburban League as the Blue Demons take on the Bison of Fenton High School. Hello, everyone. We apologize for getting with the game late, but the weather looks a little bit risky outside, and we didn't want a chance having our gear get wet. But we are here with you right now, taking you in the middle of the first quarter, about 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Currently, the Bison of Fenton are leading Maine East 6-0. Fourth down here for the Blue Demons set to punt. Snap is good. Punt is nearly blocked. High, short kick. Going to go out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Fenton. But there is a flag on the play, and it looks to be a personal foul roughing the kicker. That is going to be a first down, Maine East. First down for the Maine East Blue Demons. And testing mic, here we go. First down, Blue Demons on the rushing the passer call. This, of course, the first season for new head coach of the Blue Demons, Mr. Bob Winkle. And already you're seeing some differences on the Blue Demons from last year. They appear to be a much more disciplined team in the early going. Quarterback keeps it and is sacked for a loss. Joshua DeVitt is the quarterback of record for the Blue Demons, the 6 foot, 170-pound senior. And again, weather is a little bit of an issue here tonight, although it's a beautiful night for football here in August. Temperatures in the mid-70s, and we've got chances for rain throughout the game. Weather permitting, we're going to keep the broadcast going as long as we can, but it's great to have the Friday night lights back on as we get ready for tonight. Story here at Maine Memorial Stadium is Blue Demons have a new coaching staff, and we'll see how that bodes for them here in the early going. On the keeper, number 7, gets back to the original line of scrimmage and gains about 6 yards, plus about 8 or 9, making 10 yards on the play, bringing up 3rd and short. Tackled by Gonzalez. There's a flag late. We have a face mask against the Fenton Bison. So face mask against the Bison. That's going to be an automatic first down. Fresh set of downs as they cross into Fenton territory. Number 7, Raven Knopf, is in the shotgun formation, and looks to be a false start on the Blue Demons. Looks like it was a timeout for Fenton. They saw something they didn't like. Again, welcome in here as we started the broadcast late due to weather. We're going to keep things going here just as long as we can, but we don't have any rain gear here for our cameras, so it's making things difficult. We originally were going to broadcast with 3 cameras tonight. We're only going to run 1 because with the weather, the way things are looking in the skies above, it's just not worth the risk. Got a lot of money tied up in the equipment, and we don't have rain gear to protect it. So the big story here is the Maine East Blue Demons have a new head coach in Bob Winkle. Coach Winkle was actually part of that magical 2013 Northern Illinois University team that went all the way to the Orange Bowl and kind of shocked the football nation. And the fans are hoping he can sprinkle some of that good fortune onto the Blue Demons, who have struggled over the past few years. And again, keys for tonight's game. You got a 6-0 early lead for the Bison, but the keys for Maine East are going to be to move the ball. They've got some decent skill position players in the Cabrales brothers, and try not to beat themselves with penalties and turnovers. Here we go, 1st and 10 out of the shotgun formation. 2 receivers. And either going to dead ball follow. Kind of a sloppy game early with some penalties. Both teams having some pre-snap penalties here. Quarterback there on the hard count. It's going to be offsides in the defense. So, again, that's something you like to see. Raymond Knopf, the quarterback here for this series, got him on the hard count. And I'm noticing in the early going that the Maine East team appears to be much more disciplined. They're really holding their stances for long periods of time, allowing the quarterbacks to look over the defense, change calls, and really keep the defense from getting off the ball too fast. They'll really kind of look things over and run the play clock all the way down. Single back set, 2 wide receivers. Handoff is to Blue Demon ball carrier, and he gets tripped up. Gains, probably actually call it no gain. Isaac there on the ball carrier. No gain, bringing up 2nd down and 5 at about the 35-yard line of the Blue Demons. And we'd like to thank being able to upload this broadcast to YouTube. YouTube's going to be our new carrier for the meantime for all of our football broadcasts. Again, not streaming this one tonight. Had some technical difficulties with our network in the press box. Hey, it's the first game of the season, folks, and some things are not quite well they should be. Nice move there by Cabrales there. Gets the 1st down and more. Takes it all the way up inside the 30-yard line. Still moving the pile. 1st down, Blue Demons. So thanks to some penalties and some good ground game, the Blue Demons here got something going here as we get into the waning seconds of the 1st quarter. About 16 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter of play here at Maine Memorial Stadium. And the Blue Demons here are on the drive. Again, 2 receivers set, single back. Changing the play here at the line of scrimmage. And DeVitt takes, and reverse there, number 9. Good pursuit by Fenton. And able to stop him after a short gain. Bobowick, and that's going to end the 1st quarter of play here at Maine Memorial Stadium. We get set for the 2nd quarter of action. It is the Fenton Bison 6, Maine East Blue Demons 0, but Maine East is on the drive. And while we're waiting for play to resume here, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the crew for tonight's broadcast. Since we came in late, I didn't have a chance to do that. But producer Mikey D. Kalangon and camera operator Kenshin Palenton, and I am Mr. Phil Ash here on the call tonight. It's a beautiful but overcast night for football. As I said, temperatures in the mid-70s and humid out. Chances for rain throughout the game. Could mean an end to what we're doing here, but we're going to keep it going here as long as we can. Great to be back here at Maine East and have some early season football. The home opener for the Maine East Blue Demons versus the Fenton Bison. And again, looking at that 1st quarter of play, the action that you missed, Fenton received the opening kickoff from Maine East, and in the early moments of their drive, they were intercepted by Balthazar Cabrales on a nice play. And then they traded some drives, Fenton scoring there in the early going. But Maine East here on the drive now as we switch fields, heading towards the south end zone, where the ball is placed at the 25-yard line of Fenton, where it is a 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Number 8 in motion. Takes the reverse, and he's going to keep it. Flag on the play in the backfield. You hope that one's not a hold. But usually when you see a flag that in the backfield, that's usually what it is. But early indication seems that it's against Fenton. A false start against the Blue Demons, 5-yard penalty. So 2nd down and 6 is going to be a 2nd down and 11 yards to go. And again, a lot of pre-snap penalties, more so against Fenton here in the early going, but Maine East is going to be guilty of some of those as well. DeVitt looks things over under center. Out of the shotgun, he's going to keep it on the quarterback draw. Big hole up the middle, 1st down and more. Inside the 20-yard line, 1st down, Blue Demons. Excellent job reading that and seeing the the middle of the defense just open like a sieve. And DeVitt, the senior, wisely keeps the ball, and he had lots of room to run. As we get inside the red zone here in the early going of the 2nd quarter. First down, 10 yards to go. DeVitt with the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers set. Again, with the hard count, you can tell him he's really trying to push that defense off sides, make some more mistakes. Balthazar Cabrales, nowhere to run. He's going to run that one out of bounds and lose some yardage in the process. Good pursuit by Fenton. Not quite sure if the ball carrier actually got out of bounds or not. There's some confusion as the clock continues to run. But we do know it's 2nd down. And looks to be about 2nd down, 13. Ball's about the 23-yard line here of Fenton. DeVitt takes, back to throw. It's a pass, incomplete, intended for number 24, Danny Tenazaka. Bit over his head and not quite an accurate throw by DeVitt. Luckily, no one in the vicinity for either team to intercept that ball, so it falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Fenton decides to take a timeout, take a look-see. Important down for both teams here. Again, if you're Maine East, keep it going. It's a new season, and it's a new coaching staff, and wouldn't it be great to see Maine East punch this one in here in the opening game of the season. Danny Tenazaka, number 24, that was the, he's a senior, 5'6", 145 pounds. He plays both ways. Listed as a fullback on the offense. He'll also play a little corner. He was on the football team a couple of years ago and had a bad break of his leg. Took a year off, and now he's back for his senior year. It's exciting to have a new coaching staff here for the Blue Demons. Again, Coach Winkle and his staff, and to have a winning culture arrive to Maine East in the coaching staff, and you hope some of that rubs off on the players. The theme for this year's Blue Demons team is to be uncommon. And I'll explain what that means in a minute here. It's 3rd and long. DeVitt out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, looks things over, back to throw, pass is complete, flag on the play, but he's next to a 1st down, complete to number 8, but there is a flag on the play. Early indication is it's against Fenton. Makes you wonder if it was defensive holding or offsides. Nice pass in the slant route, complete to, I believe, number 8 for the Blue Demons, O'Neal Isaac. And unfortunately, we got a false start on the Blue Demons to negate that nice pass, and we're going to repeat 3rd down. So now instead of a 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line, we're looking at a 3rd and forever. 3rd and 18 Ball's all the way back at the 28-yard line, and they've got to get 18 yards for a first. Tall order there. But perhaps they can get a field goal if they're unable to convert. Back to throw. Incomplete. Intended through the hands of number 10, Nicholas Palgas, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. There was a defender right on him, ready to just bury him if he'd have caught that ball. It would not even up to the original line of scrimmage. So it falls incomplete. It's now 4th and long. And it's going to be a pretty significant field goal from there. We're looking at probably about into the wind. They're not going to attempt a field goal. They're actually going to go for it on here, and I guess why not? Because if they are able to gain any yardage, you're going to pin Fenton deep in their own territory. So 4th down and long. Back to throw. Sneaks it all the way through. He fires the pass. Incomplete. Intended for Bobowick. Incomplete on the pass, and a missed opportunity for Maine East. That was a great, nifty little scramble and throw by DeVitt. I think the pass surprised Bobowick. It was not the most accurate throw, but it did hit him in the hands and bobbled it and dropped it, and had he caught it, it would have been 1st and goal. But instead, it's a turnover on downs and a missed opportunity for the Blue Demons. 1st and 10 for Fenton at their own 28. And 1st down, number 6, the quarterback, Kyle Cacioppo, with the keeper, takes it up for the 1st down as he breaks to the outside and heads to the corner. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of Fenton. Handoff to the ball carrier. Again, big hole at the middle, plowing through another 1st down. Interesting to look at these two teams and how they're operating offensively. Maine East very methodical, taking a lot of time between plays. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Looks to be a hold. And it's going to bring it on back. So the sloppy early season play continues for both teams. But it's interesting to see those first couple plays by the Fenton offense. They're really pushing the tempo. A lot of players from Maine East play both ways. And probably not a bad strategy to keep them on their heels a bit here in the early going. Hands off to big number 34. Scrambles to the corner. Being close to the 1st down. He gets the 1st down and out of bounds. Number 34, Ethan Doliente. Big man, 6 feet, 205-pound junior, bulldozing his way for a 1st down. Again, they're going to hand off, and he is a big man. And all the way to the 2nd level, gets another 8 yards. Again, Fenton is really pushing the tempo. They're running a hurry-up offense. They're not even huddling up. So the hurry-up is getting the Maine East on their heels here. As soon as the ball is set, they're snapping it. They're going to hand off again, number 34. This time, Blue Demon stops him, but not before he gets a 1st down after a short gain. Juan Escobedo on the tackle there, and again, the hurry-up continues. Fenton's already lined up ready for the play. Luckily for the Blue Demons, the refs had to get the chain set. Here we go, 1st down. Shotgun formation. Now we're slowing down a little bit. 4 receivers make that, 2 on each side. Hands off again to the big back. 1st down and more, all the way into the secondary. Gain of 12 or 13 on the play. Maine East is on their heels. They are not dealing well with this no-huddle offense that Fenton is employing, and they are still taking it to them. Flags all over the place there. It's going to be a false start for Fenton. Yeah, Fenton is really, really, really pushing the pace, even with the penalty. As soon as that ball hits the ground, they're under center ready to snap it. Back to throw as the quarterback completes his pass to number 2. Ankle tackle by number 9 of the Blue Demons. Bobowick on the tackle. Again, as I said, he was a wide receiver in the previous, and they play a lot of both ways. Second down. 8 yards to go. Hand off to number 2, who's got some speed, run into the corner, first down and more, and he's tackled out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. First and goal to go for Fenton. Kyle Caccaccio looks over, back to throw. Wide receiver screen complete to number 1, Diamond King, for minimal yardage. Second down and goal. Oh, no, it's not. About second down 5. It is not second down goal. They can get a first down inside the 5-yard line, can Fenton. So they can get a first down before they score a touchdown. Caccaccio looks things over, out of the gun. Hands to number 44, bulldozes his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Fenton Bison. Number 44, the ball carrier. James Deckert, the 210-pound, 6'1" senior who plays tight end and a little bit of defense. And just like that, we're looking at a 12-0 Fenton lead here in the second quarter of play. So they line up for, looks like they're going to line up and try to go for 2. Again, out of the gun. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Single back set. Now they're slowing down. Caccaccio looks things over. Out of the gun, hands to number 44. Untouched into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. And just like that, the lead is now 14-0. Fenton over the Maine East Blue Demons. Disappointing, really a missed opportunity for Maine East with that incomplete pass deep in their territory, and then Fenton immediately attacks Maine East with a no-huddle drive that just kept them on their heels the entire duration. They never were really able to recover. Coach Winkle must have wanted to conserve his timeouts because, well, I guess he wanted to conserve them, but yeah, they were on their heels the whole time, and Fenton able to march all the way down and score. And as I look at this Fenton team, they have got some size on their skill position players. Number 34 is just a mountain of a junior, 6 feet, 205 pounds. Diamond King, 6'2", 200 pounds. James Deckert, another ball carrier, 210 pounds. So there's a lot of size in the skill position players for Fenton. And defensive line not getting a lot of push or a lot of penetration, allowing those ball carriers to get to the second level without getting touched. And if that happens and you got size, you're gonna really make some hay. Second quarter, about 7.5 minutes to play in the first half here at Maine Memorial Stadium. And Bobowick back to receive for Maine East. Number 63 to kick things off for Fenton. Angelo Mendoza on the kick. And not a very good kick. It's fielded by the upback, number 2. Takes it up to good field position for the Blue Demons. 45-yard line. Juan Cabrales there on the kick return. And Blue Demons will have first and 10 at their own 45. So some good field position. And again, some missed opportunities here in the early going. Offense did some good things for Maine East, but when it counted, kind of had some sloppy penalties and took themselves out of scoring position. Let's see what quarterback DeVitt can do as he looks things over. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, single back set, out of the gun, looks things over. Back to throw. Pass is complete to Bobowick. Makes people miss. He's going to cut it the other way. He's got a blocker. He's turned the corner. Flag is on the play. going to be a block in the back. Flag on the field. It's going to happen almost any time a ball carrier runs sideways for too long. You're asking your blockers to really hold their blocks. And I'm sure that's a block in the back against Maine East, and we're going to have to do this whole thing over again. Some nifty running by Bobowick, but it's all for naught. Ten-yard penalty takes it to the 35. We're looking at a 1st and 20 for the Blue Demons. Again, one of the keys to the game for tonight was to have Maine East play a clean game, not beat themselves. Have not been able to do that here in the early going. DeVitt looks things over. 2 wide receivers. Hands off. And looks like to be, they're giving forward progress. They'll probably call that no gain. Maybe got 1 yard. About a yard gain, maybe call it 2nd down and 19. Still down, 2nd down and 20, so call it no gain. So the theme of the Blue Demons this year is to be uncommon, and I think Coach Winkle's point in saying that is that Maine East, as it is well known, is one of the most ethnically diverse high schools in the entire country. And what that means is that unlike a lot of high schools in the Central Suburban League whose players have been playing football for years and years, you've got a lot of 1st and 2nd generation immigrants that make up the Maine East high school population that haven't played as much football as the average people that they're playing against. So Coach Winkle wants to embrace all of that culture and all of that uncommonness in the team and make that a unifying point and to win in uncommon ways. And it's a really good message and one that I think has really resonated with this team. There are some good skill position players and some good quarterback play, but again, it's playing a clean game and not beating yourselves. As the Blue Demons take a timeout here to talk things over on a 3rd down and 21. About 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first half of play. So coming out of the timeout, Blue Demons are going to face a 3rd and 21. And again, if you're Maine East, you really want to get a 1st down here, although that's a long way to go to get a 1st down. But if you don't and you have to punt, you want to make sure you can do a better showing on defense and not let this game get away here in the first half. Down by 2 scores, no big deal, but you want to keep things from getting out of hand. Nifty play. That's a live ball. Caught by Bobowick, who laterals it to number 3 to Matthew Massell, who I don't think was ready for it. Had he caught that cleanly, that would have been a nifty play and might have gone the distance, but because he bobbled it, gave enough time for the defense to recover. And just like that, it's 4th and a long way to go, and Maine East will have to punt. Back to punt, number 50, Eden Roman for the Blue Demons, the 175-pound junior. Low snap, picks it up. Kick is blocked. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. We'll see who has it. Early indication is Maine East, but everybody points in the same direction if you're not a player. Still have not gotten a signal. Fenton keeps possession. Is going to be 1st and 10. Great field position at the 35-yard line to Maine East. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. That did not look good there for Maine East. It was a low snap and wasn't able to recover. Handoff, big number 34, plows his way towards a first down. Gets it close to the 25-yard line of Maine East. Ethan Doliente, the running back. Maine East has not had an answer for him so far in the early going. He is a big man coming at the middle of that defense, and the linemen have not been able to get any penetration to slow him up. There they get some penetration, stop him for next to no gain. Good job on the play. Bobowick was in the backfield to slow him up. 55 there to clean it up. Juan Escobedo there on the tackle. Some officiating issues here on the field. I'm not entirely sure. They didn't move the chains, so I have no idea what the down and distance is. Looks to be first down and 10 yards to go. And again with the up-tempo offense by Fenton. This time on the ball fake, quarterback keeps it. Takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Fenton. Good play fake by Capaccio. And again, when you've got a number 34 running against the Blue Demons with success, you've got to respect that play fake. Capaccio on the pass rush. It's going to be sacked all the way back at the 20-yard line. Sacked by number 28 of the Blue Demons, Ali Al-Awadi. The 225-pound, 6'3" sophomore. They bull rushed the quarterback, and he did not have a prayer. If he hadn't gotten the sack, 2 other Blue Demons were there. And now it is 2nd and goal to go. But they've got about 25 so yards to get to the end zone. Number 44, big hole up the middle. Plows his way inside the 10-yard line to about the 6. Number 44, and the rushing attack continues for the Fenton Bison. Number 44, James Deckart. Between Deckart and Doliente, Maine East has just been getting clobbered up the middle by the large ball carriers of Fenton. We get inside of 3 minutes here, 2.5 minutes left to go. There is an injury on the field. It appears to be number 28 of the Blue Demons, Ali Al-Awadi, who just had that sack. Just had the sack of quarterback Kyle Capaccio a play before. But he's back up on his feet and seems to be walking off under his own power. Hopefully he's okay. Third down and 10. 4 wide receivers for Fenton, 2 to each side. Number 34 in the backfield. Handoff, big hole up the middle, touchdown, Fenton. It was a simple handoff up the middle, and nobody was home for Maine East. And just like that, Fenton High School has taken a 20-0 lead with about 2 minutes still left to go here in the first half of play. And they are lined up to go for 2 once again. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. And the story of the night has been Ethan Doliente for the Bison. They have not had an answer, has Maine East, as he hands off again and takes it in for the 2-point conversion. Ethan Doliente is a one-man wrecking crew for Fenton right now, and Maine East is paying for it as they are now trailing Fenton by a score of 22-0 with just about 2 minutes left to go here in the first half at Maine Memorial Stadium. Things are looking good so far for the Bensonville area Fenton High School. They currently lead Maine East Blue Demons 22-0 as Fenton gets set to kick off in what will likely be the Blue Demons' last possession of the first half. Bobowick is deep to receive, although the last kick was almost had shades of an onside kick. They kicked it really short. We'll have to see what they do here. Number 63 for Fenton on the kick, Angelo Mendoza. Puts his leg into it. He will kick it off deep this time. He's going to be fielded by number 24 of the Blue Demons. Danny Tekazaka, the ball carrier, with the reception. First down and 10 for the Blue Demons. At about their own 22. 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. See if the Maine East offense can respond. They've had some decent plays, some good looks. Again, just some poor execution when it counts. There's 2 missed plays that could have easily led to 2 scores for Maine East. And that's just how close it can be to winning and losing. Hand off to number 8 for the Blue Demons. Picks his way through the hole. Tackled after a gain of about 4 yards. Number 8. O'Neal Isaac, the ball carrier. Second down and about 6 yards to go. Timeout. As we reset the clock, 1 minute 54 seconds remaining out of the timeout. Second down and 6 yards to go for the Blue Demons as they get lined up. I'd like to thank our broadcasting club for helping out in tonight's broadcast. Mikey DeCalongan is always a great producer. Got a new guy operating the camera tonight, sophomore Kenshin. Bobbled snap. They keep possession, but a big loss for the Blue Demons. Again, just some miscues by Maine East. There's just some miscues, and you never want to beat yourself in this game. Game's too hard to win anyway in regulation. You don't want to be beating yourself with penalties and mistakes, drop passes, and that's been the story of the night for the Maine East Blue Demons. Offensively, they haven't necessarily been beaten by the Fenton defense, and that's what's been so frustrating. They've gained yards on these people. They just haven't been able to execute consistently down the field without having penalties, drop passes, fumbles, and that's where they find themselves here deep in their own territory as we close the first half. Third down and a long way to go. Out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, and looks like there's a fumble on the field. Botched handoff. Fenton is recovered. Looks like a missed exchange there. I don't know if that was a quarterback option or what that was, but when they hit the mesh point, it seemed like the ball got dropped. We don't know who is supposed to keep it or who is supposed to do it. And just like that, Fenton's in scoring position again as we get ready to close out the first half of play inside of a minute, about 50 seconds left to go. Number 6 looks over things out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Hands off to who else? Ethan Doliente. Bulldozes his way inside the 5-yard line. Be close to a first down. And they're going to hurry up to try to get this one in. Maine East has got to get lined up. Hand off Doliente, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown touchdown Fenton. Just like that, about 24 seconds left here in the first half. Another touchdown for Fenton. It is now 28-0. And it appears that they're going to try the point after. And a night like tonight, wind is blowing pretty fiercely from south to north. So they're in the north end zone. So you're going to get a lot of help from the wind on this kick. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is through. Kick is good, and it is now a 29-0 lead over the Blue Demons with 25 seconds left to play. It's been a disappointing first half for Maine East, to say the least, but the interesting thing is, again, they got a new coaching staff. It'll be interesting to see how the Blue Demons respond in the second half. None of the things that have happened to Maine East tonight, most of them are self-inflicted. Yes, they've got some big skill position players, does Fenton. Yes, Ethan Doliente has been a big problem, but offensively, Maine East has done some good things. The story of Maine East offense has been their miscues. If they can clean those things up, they might be able to do some good things offensively. Mendoza ready to kick it off again. Bobowick on the reception, and he breaks free. He's got one man to beat. He might be able to take it inside the 20, cuts it back all the way to the 10-yard line with 11 seconds to go and a late flag on the play, which might take it even farther. Number 9, Michael Bobowick with a really huge kick return to bring some life into Maine Memorial Stadium. And these fans, and inside of 10 seconds, it is first down and 10 yards to go. We'll see what the flag is. Still laying on the field. Some great running. And if it is against Fenton, that's going to bring Maine East half the distance to the goal. You're looking at first and goal at about the 5-yard line. And the way they're pointing looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's what I thought. It's a face mask against Fenton. Ball at about the 6-yard line. 8 seconds to go. First half. Maine East on the move thanks to an amazing return by Bobowick. DeVitt out of the shotgun. Looks things over. And he's going to go ahead and spike it. He's going to spike the ball to give Maine East a little bit more time to figure out what they want to do. 7.3 seconds remaining. What a run by Michael Bobowick. Fielding that ball. Cut to his right. Outran most of the defense. Able to cut it back inside to beat the last man. Shoestring tackle saves it, and a face mask adds on yardage. Almost took that all the way to the house. DeVitt out of the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, single back. Under 8 to go. The throw, catch, incomplete, intended for Cabrales, intended for Balthazar Cabrales. It was a slant route. Ball hit him in the hands, and Balthazar just dropped it. Again, Mainies has had some success. It's come down to execution. Some drop passes have really been shooting this team in the foot. Third down and 10. 5 seconds left to play. First half. 4 wide receivers. DeVitt looks things over. Single back set. Out of the gun. Back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. And that's going to be it for the first half of play. So the first half ends with a sack of Josh DeVitt. And that's it for the first half of play here at Memorial Stadium, where Fenton leads the Maine East Blue Demons by a score of 29-0 here at halftime.